X.I.P, motherfucker.
I know your boy bass.
Not well.
You play better than me.
Nerdington Post, baby.
Are we
I'm
live?
Walter.
Oh shit, we're live. I'm Will.
Hats off to Walter and Tommaso Ciampa. NXT TakeOver UK Championship match. It was a banger of a match.
It was a banger of a match.
There's a banger in my mouth.
His banger in his mouth.
No, but it's WrestleMania week.
Oh shit, that's right. It is WrestleMania week.
Saturday and
Who's Stone
Sunday.
Cold facing?
Oh,
I'm just...
he had Jericho on his talk
I saw
show
that.
day.
That was really cool.
But
As you
yeah.
know, Jericho is on AEW. And I think he also does like cross with New Japan stuff or something. He does everything.
Everyone's everywhere these days.
Unless you're with the WWE, then you're just with the WWE.
But yeah, WrestleMania 2-night event again this year, coming Saturday and Sunday. Probably when this gets released. This might get released Monday because I might be watching WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania will probably be over by the time this comes out.
Yeah, but the NXT brand, they're having their 2-night event. So the first one, NXT TakeOver, I think Stand and Deliver is what it's called.
Okay.
First night was Wednesday, and then night 2 tonight, Thursday. But yeah, the Walter versus Tommaso Ciampa match, it's fucking awesome, dude.
It's awesome.
Walter's a giant Austrian man, and he just smacks the shit out of guys. It's great. He's
like the Austrian Big Khali.
He's way better.
Well, any wrestler's better than Big Khali.
Like an actual good big
like wrestler,
wrestler,
like a technical wrestler.
Yeah, he's great, man. He had one of my favorite matches of last year, if not my favorite. Him versus Ilya Dragunov. So you got like an Austrian guy versus a Russian. They just beat the shit out of each other. Oh, it was great. Their chests were just pure welts. It was beautiful. And then this one, not as good as that last year's match, but this one was very good. One of the top matches of the year. Check it out on Peacock.
Oh yeah, that's right.
WWE
is part of
Network.
Peacock now.
It's on Peacock.
That's
yeah,
interesting. Times are changing.
Yeah, it's just everything's a streaming service, and it's not about the quality of the content you make. It's about how much you put out there, just so there's something people could subscribe to. But Peacock is free though, so that's nice.
See, should we have more content? Maybe, but we do one show a week.
Yeah,
and it's usually sometimes the news is irrelevant by the time.
Yeah, we got day jobs, man. We're not doing more content.
If we could, we would do this more often, but we're lazy.
Biggest news of the week, baby.
I don't know. It's the biggest news.
It's the biggest news of the week. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6. We knew it was coming, but officially confirmed. Stone Ocean is getting animated, baby. Jolene JoJo, the hottest Jo star. I think. I don't know.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Well, Gio's pretty cool.
I still don't know.
This guy needs to watch.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to.
My little sister might. She's big into anime.
Dude, hell yeah. Everyone's big into JoJo, baby.
Then she, if that's legit, then she probably knows what JoJo is.
Yeah, dude, it's huge. JoJo is huge.
Okay,
it's big, huge.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the real biggest news is that it seems June is gonna be the month for press conferences. This year, Summer Game Fest, the Jeff Keighley organized events and whatnot, is being held in June, throughout June, which is a lot better than last year because it was June through September of just like, all right,
he tried to make it June through September.
This is just big and vague and just a bunch of different things happening, but it's better that it's cooler because it's concentrated to 1 month. And we don't have to just look at a calendar of like what announcements happening when, who's having a press conference. So everything's in June for that Summer Game Fest. I'm excited. I'm a big supporter of Keighley, and
I am too.
Hopefully one day we'll win the Keighley for best internet guy or whatever community.
That's right, Jeff Keighley.
Yeah, we'll be number one. Ichiban someday in the Mirai, the future. But actually, No, it's small, and then build our way up to the big one. PC gaming show and future game show gonna happen June 13th, which it's always a fun show. The PC gaming show last year, like every year, hosted by Day 9. He's a good host. I love watching it. Always fun. And they always go into more of a deeper dive on gameplay, which I always appreciate since, gameplay's king, baby.
Is that 13th?
Yeah, June 13th.
It looks like a S with a 6 with a 5.
You know what?
Anyway.
Who writes these days? But yeah, future game show. It's their sister show. They had one a couple weeks ago and a bunch of cool indie announcements. But yeah, getting another future game show. But the biggie, baby. E3 2021.
All
online.
digital.
June 12th through the 15th. So that's cool.
Kind of. We'll see. Well,
because E3 is just becoming less important since everybody just does their own thing.
Because Xbox already announced they're going to do a summer event.
Yeah. And
God knows what PlayStation is going to do because they'll probably do something after E3. Because we still really don't know what they have other than Returnal at the end of the month.
Yeah. The big people who aren't going to be participating in E3, Sony, which they haven't done for years.
Yeah.
Activision, which they also haven't done for years. So they're probably going to have their own... Well, no, Activision... They always have their own separate events for Call of Duty.
Right.
And then they had BlizzCon last month, 2 months ago.
Yeah,
so,
and then usually, PlayStation has that Call of Duty exclusivity for some stuff, so you may see them do a joint thing down the road. You never know what...
We'll see campaign footage. And
right, exactly. And when it's going to be based on... Because I think right now the leak that I saw is that it's going to be another World War II one.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, pick a different setting. Or do original. Do another original. Like the last Modern Warfare that came out, this kind of reboot of the series, was actually pretty good. I've enjoyed it.
Last time they did something original-ish was Infinite Warfare, and that tanked for them.
Nah, but what about Ghost? Ghost was
tanked. It was still the best-selling game of the year, but then it's it's.
That's because they try to do too much. I personally like Ghost.
Best campaign.
I like Ghost. I like Ghost.
I never beat that.
I would like to see a Ghost 2. Or even revamp it, redo it on the hardware you have now.
Too much of a flop Ghost was. I never finished it because I was at one part of the game and then it kept crashing and I'm like, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, I enjoyed Ghost. I never finished Infinite Warfare. I finished Ghost and Advanced Warfare, but I never finished Infinite.
Infinite Warfare is sick, dude. It's the best Call of Duty campaign.
That's
hands down.
That's you realize all the Call of Duty games that have come before and after that, and you're saying it's the best one.
Well, I like the sci-fi setting.
I know, I get it, but what about Black Ops missions you can choose? Black Ops 2, 3, 4 in those sci-fi settings, or do you like the space sci-fi settings?
I haven't played 2. I like the space because you get to fly.
Okay, then that makes more sense.
You get the 0G missions where you have the grappling hook and you're zipping through space debris. It's cool as hell, man.
Maybe I'll pick it up. Maybe I'll revisit it.
But yeah, back to E3. Confirmed who will be there with more to be announced. Nintendo, Xbox,
don't get your hopes up.
Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, Take-Two Interactive, which is 2K Games, Warner Brothers Games, and Koch Media.
Warner Brothers will probably see more information about Suicide Squad and
Gotham Knights. And yeah, Konami, that's cool. Hopefully we'll see whatever they have cooking. Probably some sort of shitty mobile Castlevania again, or maybe some shitty mobile Metal Gear. Ubisoft, that's usually... Well, the thing is, the weird thing is the Nintendo and Xbox thing, because in the past couple of years, Xbox has done their own thing at the Microsoft Theater.
Right.
The past couple of E3s. And they also announced that they would have their own summer thing, so is it an actual collaboration or just hey...
Or is it going to be developmental updates?
Yeah, we're just going to have our event in this E3 window and then, throw up the E3 logo, whatever.
Right.
But it's technically our own thing.
Yeah, it's technically... It's our summer event that's happening at E3.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
With Nintendo... They had show floor and demos on E3, but they always did their own Nintendo Direct and the Treehouse thing. So I'll be curious to see how it comes together. I'm glad the rumors of content being locked behind a paywall weren't true, or I don't know. They might end up deploying the tier thing where like, hey, pay for this extra content or whatever.
Oh, for E3?
Yeah, maybe it might still happen. So far,
that's stupid.
Because But when it was first the leak that might happen, people were like, that's fucking stupid, don't do that.
And here's the thing, because all it takes is one person to pay that tier and then leak it online.
Yeah.
So that just doesn't make sense to me to do it in that kind of format, because it's just going to take one guy like live streaming it or recording it, and it's online forever. So if they do the paid tier things, that's stupid. I'll wait for it to leak online.
Yeah. I'm definitely not going to do that.
Don't worry, I love video games. I love these companies, but I don't love them that much.
Yeah, I'm not for watching streamers watch a live press conference when I could be watching myself and just have my own reactions about other people talking about it. But yeah, if it comes down to it, I'll just watch somebody who paid for the paid tier.
Right, exactly.
I'm just like, all right, I got it. But E3, June being the month of press conferences, that's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see what's coming out in 2022, because
everything's getting delayed.
All the estimates were right. I'm just like, yeah, everything that's coming out in 2020 is in the final stretch, so it's going to come out
in 2021.
It's going to come out on time. 2021 is where you're going to see the major delays, where it's the stuff that's in mid-development and not like
which happened today. Stretch.
Yeah, happened today. Deathloop. It clears up May. May was a busy month for games, but
yeah, I had 3 games for May. Now I got 2, which is fine.
It's coming out September 14th, which is, I don't know, that's cool because so far the back half of the year is a big blank for major game releases.
Obviously,
we'll get E3 to see what comes out in the back
obviously
half
Halo will probably come out holiday, so November.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a big game that I was going to play for May, because I was planning on spending like 2 weeks on Resident Evil Village, and then like 2 weeks on Deathloop, and maybe into June getting, because with Arcane games I definitely work on playing the shit out of them, trying every option, getting all the achievements.
Exactly.
But yeah, I gotta wait.
That just means you put more time into Resident Evil,
I guess.
I mean, I'll have Resident Evil and Biomutant, so I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then, since MLB The Show is coming day one to Xbox Game Pass, I will have that for April.
Hell yeah.
But before I kind of jump into my dunking on dipshits, we have to talk about Resident Evil first.
Yeah, Resident Evil. Speaking of April things going on, April 15th, Tax Day? Is Tax Day still the 15th?
I'm pretty sure they pushed it back because of the pandemic. I'm pretty
Day
sure it got pushed back.
Back when I was a kid, and I didn't. Back when I didn't have to pay taxes, 15th, firm date, fuck off, you miss it, and now it's like, yeah, it's the 15th, but, you get, like, an extra week. Yeah. It's not really the 15th now.
Shit, I think last year, because of the pandemic, they pushed it back 3 months.
Yeah. Last year, I was really good, like, as soon as I got my W-2, boom, I need this money.
I don't want to talk about it.
And then this year, I'm like,
We filed 6 weeks ago, and it's still processing.
Doing direct deposit, or?
Yeah, that's what we did.
Okay, and you still haven't gotten it. Damn.
I think it's because it's the first year we filed married together, and they want to double check our income, which makes sense, but it's 6 weeks. Yeah. Never had it take that long.
Yeah.
Never. Come on, IRS.
It's all digital, baby. I get it.
You would think that the IRS is all digital, but they're so behind, dude. Ugh.
America, the IRS makes a good time, baby.
The IRS makes my head hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, April 15th is when we are going to get some RE Village gameplay. We're going to show off some of the mechanics. I'm super excited for that.
And hopefully, because it is the anniversary year, hopefully we'll get other things like the trailer for the live action movie and just other announcements.
I have a feeling that the new demo that they talked about at their last showcase is going to drop that day. Because that's what they tend to do.
And also, it's only like 2-3 weeks until the game actually comes out.
Right.
So it makes sense.
So we might get the demo dropped on the day of the showcase, which would be cool, because apparently there was a leak and someone found either some code or some kind of leaked leaked art that said Resident Evil Village demo. That wasn't the maiden one. So we'll see. Yeah. But it wouldn't surprise me if they did that on the 15th.
All right, but yeah, you Game Pass, MLB, dunk on dipshits.
Yeah, dude. So, first off, if you're an Xbox or even a PC fan, well, I don't think it's going to be on PC. But if you're an Xbox fan who likes baseball like me, and you always bought the show for your PlayStation, you don't have to do that this time because MLB The Show is coming day one to Game Pass.
Go Red Sox.
Go Red Sox.
Go fuck off.
Go fuck off. Fuck you.
Fuck off, Red
Fuck
Sox.
Yeah.
And Big Poppy. We got Big Poppy
That's
over
right, we got
here.
Big Poppy over there.
We got Big Poppy.
But my dunking on dipshits are the PlayStation fanboys who were freaking out about this. I can't tell you, Twitter blew up that day.
Yeah.
Because, they're like, oh, so people are like, I'm going to unfollow Sony because they're betraying us. And I'm like, dude, it's a video game.
Also, it's
not even Sony. It's Major League Baseball.
It's MLB. Also, here's the thing. Microsoft has to shell out money to get games on Game Pass.
So it's not like MLB was like, yeah, let's put our game on Game Pass. It's like, no, Microsoft paid money, and they have money, so that's why they can do it. But if you're mad at a company because a game that was exclusive to a platform is going to another platform, then you should just shut the fuck up and get out of the gaming community because you're what's wrong with it. And now, don't get me wrong, I know every community has fanboys. Xbox has them, PlayStation has them, PC, Nintendo has them, but don't be a pile of shit and freak out if something doesn't go your way or news breaks that you don't like.
Oh, by the way, for the past, starting last week and going through this week, Horizon Zero Dawn on PC, 40% off, baby.
Yeah. So if you're going to be mad at that, be mad that Horizon Zero Dawn's on PC.
Yeah, who cares about exclusives, man?
Who gives a shit?
The age of the exclusive is over.
Yeah, I think, honestly, within the next 5 years, you're going to see less and less exclusives.
All these, we've talked about it a lot before, but all these, the console wars, they're all made in the same factories with the same components. All hail Xi Jinping. Right. Although I think a lot of these components are made in Taiwan with TSMC. Invest in that, baby.
Speaking of Taiwan, there's a cool video. I'm pretty sure it happened in Taiwan. I can't remember, but a huge 6 foot fucking dragon lizard thing walked into a convenience store and started climbing the shelves. It was really fucking cool. It was weird. I would have freaked out if that happened. But no, so just going if it's great that you're passionate about a company or a brand, but don't shit on others if they don't care the same way you do.
But it's okay when we shit on you.
Yeah, we'll shit on you because you're a pile of shit.
Because this is dunking on dipshits.
And you're a dipshit.
This is what we do.
Also,
we're real men.
Some
we're
other
the men of gaming.
That's right. Some other news. I think it's a rumor, but it's a rumor that's swirling, and was even Jeff. I think it's Jeff Grubb.
Jeff Grubb.
Jeff Grubb. What is it?
I don't know.
I think his name's Jeff Grubb. Let me see.
He do Beastcast. Who's Jeff Grubb?
Yeah, Jeff Grubb. VentureBeat.
VentureBeat.
Okay. Yeah. So Jeff Grubb, I saw him posted on Twitter, but apparently Hideo Kojima, is that how you say it?
Hideo Kojima.
Hideo Kojima, his next game may be published by Microsoft.
Yeah, we saw in Phil Spencer's last
his
video,
company
the
mascot.
Mascot was in the background, but yeah, who cares?
And
it's an independent studio.
Here's the thing. This is what another thing that goes back to the dunking on dipshits and the fanboy thing. I can't tell you when that started circulating how many PlayStation fanboys are like, "Oh, this is bullshit. Yeah. He's betraying Sony." He's not betraying Sony or PlayStation. He's doing what's best for his company, and Microsoft has money.
Yeah, and also it's Death Stranding. Sony put up some money for Death Stranding, and then I don't know. That's part of the deal. They they're an independent studio. They can do what they want, and then Kojima Productions, they put that on PC. And
so all you fanboys, all you PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Nintendo fanboys, get fucked and get out of the gaming community. You guys suck. But moving on.
Be 1%ers. Own all consoles.
Yeah, be like us. Own everything.
Why don't you have more money?
Yeah, get more money like us.
Just sell some of your stock if you need to, get that extra 500 and change for a new console. I mean, just sell a couple shares, baby.
Granted, you're still trying to get a 3070, but...
Yeah, well, I'm not going to pay a scalp.
I want it. Yeah. That's why I waited, and I was able to get a Xbox and PS5, no problem. But yeah, stop being dipshits. Support everyone. Everybody love everybody. Moving on.
Yeah, if you're going to be a dipshit, be king dipshits.
That's right.
And the king dipshits dunk on you lower dipshits. That's right.
Fuck you guys.
Fuck you. We're king dipshits.
That's right.
Speaking of dipshits, Respawn Entertainment. No, they're not dipshits.
I like them. Who doesn't love Titanfall 2?
So Apex Legends Season 9, I might get into it because the creative lead for Apex Legends was saying, hey, if you're a Titanfall fan, get geared up for Apex Legends Season 9 because there will be Titanfall content in there. What that ends up being...
I've heard rumors that they're going to be Titans. That's the rumor I've heard.
It's not going to be wall running it. It's not going to be Titanfall 2 gameplay, so... It's... I'm gonna.
I'll tell you what. If you check it out, let me know. I'll check it out with you.
I'm gonna reinstall and check it out.
You do it on PC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll cross-plat it with you.
The Titanfall diehard in me will check it out.
That's why I always liked Apex when it first came out because I'm a huge fan of Titanfall and Titanfall 2, and just the mechanics of Titanfall you obviously see in Apex, and that's why I still like Apex. It still holds up for me.
I downloaded Apex, played a couple games, but I'm sticking with Warzone, and I've been playing that a lot lately just because Apex doesn't have solo play. It has the special events where it has solo play.
It still doesn't have solo play?
Well, because a lot of it is based on the character abilities and team composition.
Kind of like that Overwatch kind of deal.
Yeah, but if you have you just have a solo mode and take the abilities out and just have a classic battle royale mode. It's just basically the character you're picking is just the skin, and you're just running around. And,
that's fair. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I have odd hours. I can't play with my group and team up. And also, it took forever to convince them to download Warzone. To convince them to download another battle royale game. Get the fuck out of here. That ain't happening.
Yeah, I love how you convinced me to download Warzone. We have not played a match.
No. Well, again, because I got odd hours.
I know you do.
Man. The archive event for Overwatch is going on right now, and it was a great alignment of me being awake at the right time, and I played with my buddies, and, not that interested in this season's skins, but I'll check them out. I'll get those skins. Do I want them?
No.
No, but I can get them. And if I don't get them now, I have to wait until next year. So, that FOMO, baby. They got me. They got me by the balls.
That's how you do it, man.
But also, with speaking of Titanfall, apparently it's been a while since I've played. The Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2 servers have been a shit show.
Really?
With DDoS attacks.
Oh, wow.
That may or may not be done by one person. It might be one person. It might be a group using one person's name. It might be copycats inspired by that one person. But yeah, the Titanfall servers are a shit show, and just now Respawn's like, hey, we got you. Their messaging was vague. They didn't say what they're going to do to help the server situation or a time frame, but hopefully that'll be fixed.
I guess.
I don't know. It's been maybe a year since I played Titanfall 2. That is something I regularly reinstall on my PC.
It's a good game.
Yeah,
it holds up.
The best.
It holds up.
First-person shooter. Period. I'll fucking fight anyone to the death.
I think once I try Outriders some more, if I can't get into it, I'll probably re-download Titanfall.
Yes, we'll get into that later in the show. How Outriders?
Have you played Outriders?
No. I'll get into it later.
Okay.
But yeah, next on the news, Street Fighter V. They had their regular update stream. Talked about new character Oro, who's coming out in summertime, who's a classic character from Street Fighter 3, which was cool seeing him in action. They showed more Rose in action, which is cool. She's dropping April 19th this month, so yes, this new season, Season 5 of Street Fighter 5. Very exciting stuff, but the main thing that got my acorn wet. Got my acorn. So... What?
What was it?
Akira Kazuma trailer. We got to see the first gameplay of Akira Kazuma. Akira Kazuma. For a classic fighting game from the PS1 era, Rival Schools. It's a 3D fighting game. It was sick ill. It never got the traction that other fighting games got during that era. But I had a fucking great time playing that. Akira Kazuma's from Rival Schools. And then its sequel, Project Justice, which was a Dreamcast game, which I never had a Dreamcast, but I'm familiar with Project Justice.
I feel like this would be a great segment for you and Senpai.
Yeah. I mean, he's getting his swerve on. But Akira Kazuma, Project Justice is it's the sequel to Rival Schools, and it's just played better, smoother.
Right.
I never had a Dreamcast, but the Nickel arcade that was... I forget which suburb it is, north of Chicago. The Nickel Arcade had a cabinet of Project Justice and just popping nickels in there and playing the shit out of Project Justice. Akira Kazuma, the gameplay looks sick. And also they incorporated some of the Project Justice mechanics into Akira's gameplay. It looks sick, yeah. You see her tag in her big brother for a special move. Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna when Akira drops, I'll pull the trigger on Season 5 and reinstall Street Fighter, and I'm gonna have a great time, baby. Oh, got my acorn wet. All right, this is just a bit of fun news. Not gonna really. I don't have a lot of passion for it. Mild passion. Crab computing, people. Crab computing. So, future electronics may be made out of crab shells.
Interesting.
That's a simplification of it. They may be made out of chitin, which is the protein that crab shells are made out of. Insect exoskeletons are made of chitin. Fingernails made out of chitin. So, yeah, it's a very common protein found in the animal kingdom. But, yeah, with... why did I write that so small? Yeah, with nanocarbon manufacturing, which, is going to go into the building of future technology, it turns out chitin is super efficient for microcarbon manufacturing. So, yeah, crab computers.
I do like crab.
We're crab people now.
Crab people. It's always one of my favorite South Park episodes.
Yeah. I'm going to insert an Always Sunny clip. But what are you playing? What are you watching?
I just beat Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh. It was awesome. Dude.
No spoiler. Well, I know what happens at the end and how off the wall it gets, but no spoilers. But yeah, how do you like it, man?
Dude, it was awesome. It was honestly the only PS4 exclusive I skipped. Oh
my god, we were so bored by that Final Fantasy VII Remake.
It's the shot. It's fucking dose 1 of the vaccine. Like, I've been tired for the past 24 hours. It's awesome. Like, I really enjoy it. I love Final Fantasy. And I played the first one when I was a kid, so I vaguely remember it. But it was awesome. The gameplay is great. The story is great. The music's great. It's a solid 8 or 9 out of 10 for me. And how they introduce new story elements and what's associated with that was really cool. And how they... Well, I don't want to spoil it for you. Shit.
Well, you could be vague.
And just how they... Oh, you know what happens?
Yeah.
And so just kind of how they revamp the storyline to where you honestly don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
And how it does diverge from the original game. Mm-hmm. It's a great game. I'll probably get the upgraded version when it comes out for PS5. And then I'm watching Modern Family still. I'm on the last season.
Oh, that last season. When watching it when it was coming out and it's ending, it's just like, I was with this family for, I don't know, 11-ish seasons.
That's how I feel, even though I've been binging it the past 3 months.
It's crazy, because you legit see those kids
grow up. Yeah. And then Falcon Winter Soldier, which is I'm kind of on the fence with you. Like, it's about. I think it's about to take over my favorite spot of Marvel TV shows because WandaVision I thought was great, and I think this is just it's solid, takes it to a whole nother level. It's a great show. Marvel knows what they're doing with their shows.
Yeah. Daredevil is still.
Oh no, Daredevil's still my number one.
We'll see where Falcon and Winter Soldier goes. Yeah. It has the potential. Episode 3. Very John Wicky.
Yeah.
I dug it, man. But
it was awesome.
The cool thing about they introduced the city-state of Madripoor, which is awesome because that is primarily
in the X-Men universe.
Yep. So
and now
we're getting closer to that forbidden door.
That'd be so sick if they introduced even like just an homage or something to the X-Men. That'd be awesome. But yes, that's what I'm watching. Just finished Final Fantasy VII Remake, so I don't know what I'm probably gonna keep playing Paper Mario Origami King because that's actually a surprisingly fun game. It's my first Paper Mario game, so.
So here the combat is what people are.
It's a weird combat system.
You're pretty much it's a puzzle you have to solve, and a lot of people either love it or hate it.
I'm on the fence. It's like the concept is interesting, but it's also annoying. You're like, why can't I just give me like an RPG style combat system where I can just attack them or like buff myself to attack them? And it's Nintendo being Nintendo. It's stupid, but it's fun.
That is fun. There's never a bad Mario game. Some of them are like not as good as other ones, but they're always like solidly built.
There's always something for someone in a Mario game. What are you playing?
You mentioned Outriders earlier. Did you start that?
I did, and it didn't really keep me...
Didn't click with you?
Didn't really click with me, but I was also trying to get through Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I was also kind of playing Paper Mario, so I'm like, all right, well, let me shelve this. Let me finish Final Fantasy VII, so I can just like start Outriders and pay attention to it. But it's pretty much just Destiny meets Gears of War meets like some other game. I can't remember. Borderlands.
Yeah, see, I haven't played it. I probably won't. But from what I hear, it seems cool. And it gets... Like any of those games, the more you get into it, the better it gets. Just because you get more points to allocate to your skill system, your skill trees, the better loot you get, so the better builds you can make. So, yeah, it's just... Those games always start off slow, but then they ramp up.
But I also... I know like if I had people to play with, I'd enjoy it, but... Trying to find like at least 3 people to play the same game at the same time is... You won't do it.
Nah. Kevin, does he have Game Pass?
He does, but he's like... He plays a lot of League. Okay. The Legends.
He's a League guy?
Yeah.
Has he always been a League guy?
No. He got into it after he moved in with our buddy Kyle and built a PC.
League is like... League.
I could not get it.
League
I tried
are
League.
The worst.
I tried League. Oh man! At least I played a couple matches, and I even played with our buddy Kyle and Kevin. But I just could not get into it whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm not a MOBA guy.
Like the last online multiplayer game I got into was like in the early 2000s when Diablo 2 was a thing. Yeah, and that's coming back out. I might check that out.
Yeah, the beta is happening this weekend on PC, I think.
But I'll try to give Outriders a shot, but I don't think it's going to stick with me. I'll just probably play through Paper Mario until the show comes out, and then Returnal.
Yeah. With... What do you call it? Outriders. Yeah, I hear... Like, the character building with the skills and whatnot has a lot more options than Destiny and whatnot. And then also, the loot, you also have way more options. Because with... Destiny, you have your exotic weapons, and they have their special attribute, and then the tier under that is just like, well, these are just good weapons.
Right.
Outriders is a lot more generous with having the quirky abilities with the other weapons, which is that's always a fun idea. Just get something weird and do something cool with it. Let's see what I can do. That's the best part of that kind of action RPG. Is like, all right, what dropped? What can I do with this? Let's try to do something cool. Which Destiny was always limited. It's always all right. But Destiny, the core gameplay is very fun, though.
Yeah. And I feel like Outriders, the core gameplay would be fun, but I feel like I would have more fun just playing with friends.
Yeah. Well, that's how all those go. Just because with Borderlands 2, I definitely put a lot more time in that than Borderlands 3 because I was playing Borderlands 2 with more people. Whereas Borderlands 3, we're older now, we're in different places in life, so we're not all on the same page game-wise. So, Borderlands 3, great, but just not everybody was on it.
That's how all those looter shooters are, though.
Yeah. I
mean, Outriders, from what I hear, has a good player base, and it's holding, which is good. Which is good for Square Enix, because they kind of needed something after Avengers really fun.
Yeah, I think it had, as big as, or a bigger release than Avengers?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Especially on Steam. I think it's Steam, it hit 100,000 players or something, or million, whatever it was. So good for Square Enix and good for Outriders. I think it honestly looks like Outriders is going to have a longer shelf life than Avengers.
Probably. It's hey, if you put a lot of thought into the end game, the loot, you have interesting loot, hey, people like that sort of thing. Exactly. In your action RPG items.
But yeah, so I mean, for people who like that genre of game, check it out. I heard Outriders is good, but now I just got to kill time before the show and Return will come out.
Show, baby. Watching any MLB?
Yeah, the Red Sox won today. 9-2, baby. I think it was 9-2. 7-2 or 9-2. They were down. No, they were down 3-2, and they came back over a 3-inning stretch and I think won by 5 or 6. Go Red Sox. I want to go to a baseball game so bad. Dude, as soon as I get the second shot, because they say get your second shot, then wait 2 to 3 weeks. That's when you'll be fully vaccinated.
How are our stadiums in Chicago? Are they at limited capacity?
Yeah, I think only 15 or 20%.
Okay. I'll see a ball game with you.
You don't sound too sure. I like baseball. I can go sit at a stadium and enjoy a game.
I can't.
Dude, I'm white. Of course I can.
I need a good crew of just all right, we're hanging out. Just shooting the shit. Everybody's got an interesting topic loaded up. Because a lot of it is just that.
No, I agree. I agree with you. But I'm also the kind of guy, if I go with a group of friends, and let's just say we just hit a downtime where we're not talking about anything, I can easily just focus on the game because I like baseball. But I'm with you. I mainly go for the food and the conversation.
I need the camera angles. I need the announcers. I need the stats showing up, man. Baseball is a much better TV experience for me personally. I need the stats. I need the camera angles.
Those are the big scoreboards.
Yeah, it's not as you don't get some guy then this guy he came over from the Dominican Republic and scouted.
No, that's what the walk-up music's for.
God damn. Just the audio quality is just...
But here's the thing. Are we going to go to a Cubs game or a Sox game?
Cubs, probably. It's
closer
to get to. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a 15-20 minute walk, or it'd be a 5-minute train ride for me.
Yeah. I mean, you used to live...
You could just park by me and we could walk to the train station.
You used to live... probably 100 yards away from Wrigley.
It was awesome. Yeah, that's the only thing I liked about that. I did not like game day. All the drunk people walking by your window, and when you live on the first floor, it's even worse because they bang on your window, they ring your doorbell because they're drunk and stupid. I'm gonna be happy at our new place. It's closer to downtown, but it's not by a stadium. It's by Fulton Market, where Kuma's Corner is.
Ooh,
Fulton. We'll have to go to
Fulton Market. It's the culinary heart of the city, baby.
It is, and it's grown so much since I was last over because everything was under construction. Now everything's built and shit.
It's been a while since I've actually been through there.
But yeah, so we can't wait to move in June.
Hell yeah, man. But yeah, I've been playing
Final Fantasy 14.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm waiting for the 5.5 patch to be released, and then I'll resub and play through that, and then cancel it, and then wait for the expansion to come out. But yeah, they released They released the trailer for the 5.5 patch with the new dungeon, new missions, new raid boss. Looks so good, man. Looks exciting. Can't wait to dive into that content. I'm pretty sure I'm at... My item level is at the level where I'm good. I can just jump right into it. I don't have to grind before getting into it. I already did my grinding, and hopefully I'm good to go as soon as that patch drops. But yeah, I'm excited for that.
So what are you playing?
Let me tell you what I'm playing. Genesis Noir. I spoke about it earlier. Last week, I bought this adventure game, this point-and-click adventure game where it looks cool. It's a noir kind of detective mystery with a twist.
Okay.
It's weird. It's more of an experience.
Okay.
You have to just play through it and get into it. Kind of like how Tetris Effect is kind of an experience you get into.
Right. That's a great game, by the way. Tetris Effect is awesome.
So the premise is you're trying to prevent a murder, and the gun that gets fired off to kill the damsel in distress, is the Big Bang. So this explosion from the gun, the Big Bang
that creates the world,
that creates the universe, is coming out of the gun, and then you're trying to prevent it. It's very cool, very trippy.
Make sure you throw something up here so I can watch it.
I am going to throw a lot of stuff up there. not the final chapter of it, because there are very interesting twists and turns.
Okay.
That I don't want to spoil.
Is it a long game or?
It's 3-4 hours.
That's not
long. Yeah.
check it.
And it might be on Game Pass.
Oh, sick.
So check it out.
What's it called?
Genesis Noir. It's the only point-and-click adventure game I've beaten, because a lot of them have esoteric puzzles, very dry. This one there's very little dialogue, very little word. It's just a visual experience. Yeah, you just gotta check out footage, see it if it clicks with you, and check it out.
That one?
Yes.
Sick. I'll download it now.
Puzzles are kind of simple and cool, which it's easy again too. And also, if you like science,
I do like science.
Yeah, there are some things that click with you when you're doing the puzzles. Just like, oh, those are molecules I'm constructing with this puzzle.
A coworker of mine.
Oh, those are chromosomes. Because you go through the creation of the universe essentially.
That's really cool.
With each thing, and you're trying to get these little MacGuffins to create a black hole to divert the trajectory of the Big Bang blast.
Interesting.
It's super cool.
All right. Yeah. I'll check it out. A coworker of mine recommended Firewatch.
Yes.
So I downloaded that, and it's cool so far. I'm like an hour or two in. It's a really beautiful game. Soundtrack is great, so I'm kind of... That's what I was playing. I was like, I was playing something else, and Firewatch. It's cool so far.
Have you beaten it? It's only like 3-4 hours, right?
No, only about an hour in.
That's the thing of the narrative walkabout, the walking simulator, as it's called. That I'm not into. There's not enough mechanical engagement of me doing things where you're walking and talking on the radio.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
I'm digging it so far. So I can't wait to play more of that, and then check that out, because that concept sounds cool.
Yeah. If you like that, check out What Remains of Edith Finch.
Okay.
Because that is supposedly the best of that genre of games.
Okay.
I personally didn't care much for it, again, because it's not my cup of tea. I get it. But I feel like the themes that are going on in that game, I feel like other games have done those themes better.
That's fair.
In addition to being an actual fun game that you play. But yeah, What Remains of Edith Finch is worth checking out.
Okay.
It's kind of got like a quirky... You explore the history of this kind of weird, offbeat, quirky family. Kind of, Wes Anderson-ish.
I was gonna say Wes Anderson or the quirky, crazy family of Ryan Johnson's Knives Out.
Yeah, but with wackier, more whimsical set design.
Okay,
because the whole thing is
like more cartoony.
Yeah, because you're exploring this house, and each member who lived in that house, each family member who lived in that house has a wildly different design in the room, and you're just exploring the house and the history. It's a cool game. I think it gets a lot of air blown up its ass. Personally speaking, I have problems with how the narrative and how it's constructed, and like some of it. I think because you don't see those kind of themes explored in gaming a lot. People hype it up, but like in terms of, I don't know, other genres that handle that kind of theme, it's like it's not, the execution's not as good.
Okay,
but it's still good, still worth checking out. What remains of Edith Finch. Check out Genesis Noir. But what I'm into these days, April, a month of reading. I'm going to be reading this month because, until Nier Replicant re-release comes out on the 23rd, I'm going to be reading. I read... This is maybe the fastest I've ever read a book. Amoral Man by Delgaudio. This came Monday, and I finished it last night, which is 230-something pages. It's maybe the fastest I've ever read a book in my life. But yeah, Amoral Man. Camera's low. Camera's higher than I was. I've talked about this before. In and of itself on Hulu. Check it out. It's worth the free trial to watch In and of Itself by Delgaudio. It's a one-man show. It has elements of sleight of hand magic. It's really cool, man. It's about the broad stroke of it is it's about identity.
Okay.
It's just really cool. It's worth checking out. The less you know about it going into it, the better it is. Because all I heard was just podcasts hyping it up. And then I went into it like, hey, I don't want to know more. I just hear good things about this. Let's jump into it and experience it, and it is fucking awesome.
Cool.
And then he released this book. It's autobiographical, Amoral Man. It ties into things he talks about in and of itself. And
all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very good. Very good. Sleight of hand, baby. Magic. Magicians. I love The Prestige. It's one of my favorite Christopher Nolan movies, man. But yeah. And then I also bought Boss Fight Books' book. Boss Fight Books, it's a little publisher where they release books about video games. Last book I got of theirs was on the making of Final Fantasy V. They also have a book where they dive into Majora's Mask. You should maybe check that out.
You should send me that link.
Okay, I will.
Because I will actually care about that.
Yeah, and I bought their book going into Shadow of the Colossus, so I'm going to read that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything Majora's Mask, I'm game.
Yeah.
It's my favorite Zelda game.
But yeah, Amoral Man.
Amoral Man, check it out.
I love it, man. It was a good book. Great story.
Also, I don't know what we're giving away for the month of April, but we're giving something away, by the way.
Joker Smash Brothers Amiibo.
That'll be one thing we give away.
That's what we're giving away.
And then,
if anybody wants it.
If anyone wants a Joker Smash Brothers Amiibo.
That's it. Let's not think about it.
And then maybe a gift card or two. But that's going to happen at the end of the month. Shut up.
Just the Joker Amiibo.
I want you guys to stay engaged because the few people that watch this, thank you.
From the bottom of our hearts.
From the bottom of our hearts. This is just two guys talking about, well, and sometimes senpai. And things we love. And for the few people that actually sit down and watch us, thank you. We try to keep you guys engaged. So, like the Facebook, subscribe. We're always giving shit away. Yeah.
He handles that. I don't know.
I handle that. Yeah,
I'll edit this. He'll do the social media stuff. But yeah. And I can't recommend Derek Delgaudio stuff more. In and of itself on Hulu. You get a week free trial. Just get it the free trial. Watch In and of Itself. Maybe read the book. I'd like to talk about it more, but they tie into each other. And the less you know going into it, the more of a magical experience it is, because they do have that magic, card tricks and whatnot. It plays into it, man. Amoral Man. The movie on Netflix of the movie production of the One Man Show, produced by Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert is not going to sign off on anything that's shitty.
That's true.
You know, it's directed by Frank Oz.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, you know, in addition to being Yoda, he's also a good director. And look at this, man. Look at little blurb there by Tom Hanks and Neil Gaiman. Come on, man. Tom Hanks isn't going to co-sign on something shitty. Derek Delgaudio, In and of Itself, and Amoral Man. And also, Derek Delgaudio's got a solid interview with Tom Segura on Tom Segura's YouTube channel. Check it out. Derek Delgaudio. We wish we could be him someday.
Maybe we will be with him someday. You never know.
He's an artist who perfectly understands the tapestry of artifice and sincerity. He's a master at what he does.
I think that's it, though.
That's it. I should have taken a layer off. I'm hot.
Yeah, I know.
I'm hot.
I'm shocked that you're
It's only going to get hotter up here.
I don't know what you're thinking, but we'll see you next week.
See ya.